Oh my word, it's 2019, it's officially full swing into January, and I can't believe how quickly last year went. 2018 was quite a crazy year for me. I feel like it was a year of a lot of pressure and learning, but it was also a really great year for me. I achieved quite a lot of my goals, and I really feel like, especially on this channel with my Sabfam, we really grew a lot, and I was really happy with that. I think it was a really interesting year. It was hard, but it was short. I'm really grateful for all of the opportunities that I had in 2018, everything that I learned, and I'm really excited to see what 2019 has to bring us. Hello baby, what do you think about the new year? Are you gonna be another successful year of eating tuna and waking mom up? Every morning she scratches my makeup drawers to wake me up. She knows how much that irks me, and then she gets her tuna. I've lost my water. Today's the first day filming with Sandra, the ring light that Mike gave me for Christmas. I don't know why I named Sandra, but that's just what she became. Sandra D. Can't ruin the lippy in the first like 1 minute, can you? I do apologize for how my hair and makeup and everything is going today. It just hasn't really been going that well. So what I actually did, I've just got my laptop here if I look down. Oh, by the way, this case is from a company called Burger, and they do laptop cases as well as phone covers. I actually have the matching phone cover to this. I love marble. My notebook that I'm going to be talking to you guys about today is also marble, and yeah, I literally love it. I've got I think it's a 15% off discount code. I'll leave it on the screen here for you guys if you did want to check these out yourself, but I really love this. What I actually did last year was, instead of writing out my self goals, I wrote down intentions. In that way, I kind of felt like I was having an intention to go out and do certain things rather than having a goal where a certain thing needed to be achieved, and if it wasn't achieved, it was like you didn't succeed at something. I felt like for quite a long time I was writing down these goals, and it's not that I wasn't achieving anything, but it's like if I didn't get to that exact thing, it was like an X, and I felt a little bit deflated about that. Like, why can't I achieve these goals? Why can't I change these things? But I also realized that a lot of my goals weren't really that progressive. It was like I wanted to do a 360, and that's totally okay, and it's not to think that that isn't possible, because it totally is to do something like that. But I just really wanted to write myself intentions of behaviors I was going to have, attitudes I was going to have, like reflections I was going to have on life. So I don't have too many like set goals per se, but it was more like an intention of being certain ways. So some of the things that I had down were to make fewer excuses and to just do things today rather than thinking about starting tomorrow. I can say to an extent that I did that. To rise and grind, try and set one alarm and just wake up as soon as you can to just really seize the day. Yeah, on that one, I don't know how well I really did, because I definitely have reset more alarms this year than I probably have in my entire life. But then I've also woken up and worked quite early on a lot of days in the contrast, and I do work late at night, so I'm not going to beat myself up about that one. I had to spend less money on little things and save for one or two bigger things that you really want. This is something that I'm carrying over into this year, because I find it so hard. It's so easy just to walk into Primark and just pick up stuff that you need, or to just buy like things here and there. I have been a little bit better this year. You guys might have seen that I've done less like Primark hauls and stuff like that, and I am trying to save for certain things that are on my list for this year. I'm trying to manifest things into my life. I'm going to go on and talk to you guys a little bit more about that very shortly. But yes, I'm trying to save up for bigger things that I think will have a greater impact on my life, rather than little material things that I might not really need that much, and that would be kind of instant gratification but wouldn't really better my life as much as something else. Do something that you love without concern for other people. I can definitely say that I've done a lot of things that took guts and that I felt like past me wouldn't have been able to do. That's also something that you learn a lot through YouTube. Like, doing YouTube has taught me so much more, and a lot of different things than what I thought that I would learn. I've really learned a lot about not caring what other people think, trying to be true to yourself, just really showing things as they are versus trying to give this perception of what you want other people to see, or what society thinks that things should be like. And then one of the other things that I had on here was to choose to be happy, to live with an intention, to appreciate things, and to choose to be grateful for things, and to choose to be happy. And I really do think that I did that. There obviously are going to be times when you have lows and when things are harder than usual, but I do definitely think that I learned a lot more this year to think about all the things that are going right, and maybe things that other people have to deal with that you don't have to deal with, or everything that you have in your life that you can be appreciative for, like a cute little kitten, rather than focusing on the negative. So I definitely think that that was something that I actively did more, like choosing to be happy and not choosing to succumb to negative feelings, which I used to do a lot. Like I would feel my I would feel myself spiraling down, and then I would kind of just like jump on that bandwagon and like be like feeling sorry for myself, or just lull in a rut for quite long. Whereas now I try and snap myself out of it much more quickly, because there's no point in dwelling on something that is in the long run just going to make you feel worse. So that's just kind of an overview of some of the things from last year. Sorry, that was a little bit all over the place, and it's not like set goals I can say, yes, I achieved this, I wanted to do X and I did X. It was a little bit different to that. But this year I do actually have a complete list that I have written out. Let me just get comfortable. So just to explain to you guys my headspace at the start of this year, I really wanted to go out into the year believing that anything is possible, and believing that I deserve to achieve things, because often that's one of the problems, and that's one of our limitations, is that we see these things that we could have or that we could work for, and we put limitations on ourselves because we think, why do I deserve that? Or why should I have a materialistic goal? Or I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not fit enough, I'm not intelligent enough to achieve these things, rather than thinking, okay, how could I achieve this? What do I have to do? How much do I want this? Putting those messages out into the universe and really sending out those energies of desire and visualizing the things that you want to achieve, and believing that you can achieve those things, because pretty much anything that you put your mind to within reason is attainable. So I wanted to start my year with that outlook. So I really did quite a lot of research, and I've been watching quite a lot of YouTube videos, listening to podcasts, reading online articles, and just trying to get my headspace in alignment with my goals of the year. And that is also why I'm uploading this a little bit later into the year. I felt like after Christmas I almost felt like I needed to jump on the bandwagon and upload my videos straight away. But then I also realized I needed to get into that space of like starting fresh before I uploaded the video. And I really wanted to know what it was that I wanted and just have a clear idea before I came on here and spoke to you guys. So I've written out a list of some of my goals. There's about 25 odd goals here. Some are really big, some are a little bit smaller, but I wanted to have really direct goals that I could visualize this year. And just to give you a little bit of context, so some of the things that I've been watching and looking into are things like The Secret, which Mike and I have been watching together, which I have watched before, but I'm just re-watching it. I think it's a really powerful message about the law of attraction and about attracting the things that you want into your life and sending messages and vibrations out into the world. If you haven't heard of it before, I'll link it down below if you guys want to check it out. And if you aren't that into watching the film, you can read the book and vice versa. And also in line with that thought path, I have also been watching some presentations and stuff by a lady called Abraham Hicks, I think that's her name. She's an amazing speaker. I'll also link some of her videos down below for you guys to check them out if you want to feel inspired and feel like you can achieve things and are stuck with how to change your outlook of yourself and your goals and where you want to be. She's an amazing speaker, and she kind of speaks about the principle of 17 seconds, and she says that whenever like a negative thought comes into your mind, it takes 17 seconds to change that state of mind. Let's just say as you wake up in the morning and you stump your toe on the side of the bed and you think, oh, F me, that really hurts, oh, I'm gonna have a bad start to the day. And then you get up and then you make coffee and you spill the coffee on the floor, and then you brush your teeth and you get toothpaste in your hair, and it just kind of like, it's like one of those the word's not really coming to me, one of those things in a desert that rolls and rolls, a little bush bundle thing tumbleweed, that's the thing I was looking for. It's kind of like that effect where it's just gonna roll and roll and gather negative vibes, and you're attracting bad things happening to your day, because you're like, this day is gonna go shit, so much has already gone badly, oh, why did it start like this? And actually in reality it would have taken 17 seconds to change that thought. So obviously if you stub your toe, you're probably going to be like, ouch, and it is going to hurt. But it's about thinking, okay, that happened, that was a weird start to my day, but it's only the beginning, and wow, I'm so grateful that I've woken up so healthy. I'm so appreciative that I have this nice warm bed to sleep in. I can't wait to seize the rest of the day. I'm deserving of everything I'm going to achieve. I have such an amazing goal list, and I have these great opportunities to go out and attract the things that I want into my life. And in 17 seconds you start thinking about something new, and then the point of it is to just keep like adding to that, and the more you do that, the more you enjoy your life and are able to have a more positive outlook and attract all the things that you're working towards into your life. I'm not the most amazing at explaining it, but if you guys do want to check it out, I'll link everything down below. And if you do want to hear a little bit more about my journey with that stuff and about like law of attraction in my life and the things that I do to manifest what I want to see happening in my life, then leave a comment down below and I could definitely do something like that for you guys. But I don't want to make this the longest video of all time, so we're going to move on into my goals of 2019. Boom! Last year on my channel I had such an amazing experience working with different brands. I felt so lucky to have the opportunity to work with a lot of brands, and obviously to meet a lot of you guys. I got to go to a lot of events, meet some influencers that are now good friends of mine, and that was amazing. So one of my goals for this coming year is to grow my channel, and this will probably seem like a massive goal, and it's the kind of thing that I get really scared to put out into, not out into the world, but I guess to make known to people, because I also think sometimes you feel like, okay, then I have to achieve it, or if you're so far off it, people know. But no one really gives a crap at the end of the year. If I said this now, no one's gonna be thinking, well, she didn't achieve her goal. But I do find it scary, because I also don't want people to think that I'm arrogant, or that I think, yeah, I'm definitely gonna do this, although that is the mentality you need to have in order to achieve something. So it's a bit of a weird one, but my goal for the end of the year, because I want to think big and I want to believe in myself, is 50k subscribers. So 50,000 of you amazing little people in my Sabfam, and I just feel like I have so much amazing content coming up, and I really want to grow the family, and I have so much more about myself that I want to share. And I do think that I've slowly but surely started to come out of my shell more and feel more confident with my videos, but there's a lot to me and a lot about who I am and who I was and things that happened to me in my life that I haven't had a chance to share yet, because I also didn't want to start my channel, I don't know, I felt like I didn't want to give too much straight away of myself. I was anxious to do that, and also thinking about what people would think, or telling certain stories and having people feel sorry for me. That's a bit of like a derail of the point. But the goal is 50k amazing angels in my little Sabfam crew. Subscribe, baby, subscribe, you angel. If you aren't subscribed already, shameless plug, do subscribe, help me make my dreams come true. Next on my list is kind of in line with my YouTube goal, but also in line with like my autistic and creativity side. Listen, if you've ever met someone that's hard on themselves about working all the time, it is I. Sometimes I literally work way too hard. I say no to a lot of events. I stay at home grafting on the weekends. I stay awake till late at night. I ignore that I'm sick. I push, gym, work, stay up late, like do normal work from 9 to 5. And sometimes I really grind myself down. And in that way, I don't often have time for things that I really need, like being creative. And I had a project that I kind of started working on last year and I didn't finish, and it was just playing on the back of my mind as something that I really felt like I needed to do. And I'm really gonna listen to the voices, not the voices in my head, you know, like, well, maybe, but not like in that kind of a way, but more of like intuition, or if I get a feeling about something, or if I can't stop thinking about something, I'm gonna like listen to those thoughts and run with them more and just go with things a little bit more. So I had this idea that I was working on. It was for a short film. I'm not going to give away too much about it, or the name or anything like that, but it was focused on anxiety and depression, I guess, And the idea behind the short film was that it wouldn't show you what anxiety is. The film was supposed to make you feel how somebody with anxiety feels. So it wasn't a lot of explanations like, this is what anxiety is, this is what you should do to help someone, this is what it looks like. It was supposed to be a creative, visual, cinematography little piece, if you could call it that, because listen, I'm no film, like, I'm not really that good at filming and editing yet, so hopefully I'll get a little bit better, but it was supposed to make somebody feel that way, and obviously to help people understand anxiety, but in a different way, because I always would think about the fact that you can tell someone over and over again, but it's truly that feeling that they can't always understand. And I used to have like clinical depression, and my anxiety was a lot worse. I still get my anxiety will like rise up if I'm more stressed or if I'm in certain situations. That still happens, but I really think I've learned to follow my heart a little bit more and do things that feel right to me, and avoid more situations that make me anxious. And that doesn't mean like avoiding things that you find hard or having new challenges, but more if something doesn't feel right, I don't do it. Or if I'm with certain people that I don't want to hang out with, I won't just stay there. Or if they're doing something I don't feel comfortable with, like I won't just go along with it. I've really learned to listen to my heart in that way. I know how many people can relate, like the amount of people that I speak to who say they have social anxiety or can't sleep at night or have anxiety about like the littlest things or think a lot about what other people think of them. The more and more people speak to me about it, the more it resonates with me and how I feel like I have this platform which is growing where I can express these things, and I really want to do something creative. So that is on my list to do. It is quite a timely project because I'm getting little pieces for it from other people, feedback from other people, photos, footage. It's a long process, but that is something I'm really looking forward to. Another one of my goals is to just kind of find more of a creative style on my Instagram, and also to improve my content, maybe get some more photographers taking photos of me. Mike currently helps me and he is actually really good and he's improving more, but I just think I need to get out there and actually get more photos and just be a little bit more creative with what I do and be more confident. I'm always like, I'm so short, I can't take fashion photos because it's so stumpy and this is the stupidest pose ever. But I just really want it to be fun and more of a representation of me and my personality, rather than like how I think my Instagram should be presented to be more popular, for example. Okay, now this one is something that's been on my list for a really long time, and I feel like I go up and I go down with this one, and it is to do with my eating and my personal health. I don't have a massively bad diet, but I think, and this is also for like another, I think it will be good for another video, but I used to have a really bad relationship with food, and I did like binge eating, starving myself, like unhealthy behaviors towards foods, whereas now I love food. I always loved food, but I think like my relationship with food is a lot better. But I'm just really looking to eat more for my body this year. So eat for how I'm feeling, eat for the nutrients that I need. I just think a lot of behaviors are habits, and habits can be broken really easily. Mike's reading a really good book on breaking habits at the moment. I'll get him to tell me what it's called. I want to read it after him, and I'll link that down below. It's gonna go to my list of books to read for the year. But I really want to have less caffeine, sugar and alcohol. Let me tell you, this is hard. Let me just give you an example. At work there's a barista and there's a coffee machine, and the barista coffee is really good, and I always have oat milk with it anyway, so that's a little bit better. But I love my coffee during the day. I can easily have one, but I just feel like it's part of my routine. When it comes to sugar, I'm a massive sweet tooth, so on like the weekends and stuff, I love some gummy candies, but I just know it's so bad for my health, and when you really read what's in some of that stuff, it's a little bit disturbing. And I can see the benefits when I detox these things out of my life. And alcohol is such, like, I love a good drink. Like, anyone that knows me will know my 3 drinks that I like the most are Prosecco, wine, double vodka, soda, lime. Boom, sorted. Or cranberry, you know, I can do pretty much vodka with most things, and I have got a really strong tolerance, so that means that I can easily drink a lot when in certain situations. I'm quite good with not just like drinking randomly across the week, But because I work in marketing, I go on a lot of like client nights out where everyone's drinking a lot. They do client drinks at work every week. I go to events where there's always drinks, free drinks, and you end up drinking way more than you intended. And my thing that I want to do is just limit it, because I think that it impacts obviously my health, but the next day it impacts me when I've got like the beer fear. If anyone knows what that is, comment down below. But it's like when you get like, you're just feeling really down the next day and or hungover as hell, or just demotivated, and I feel like it takes me off my track. When I consume those things in like bulk, mostly the alcohol one, it takes me off like my path to my goals, and that is frustrating me, and I feel like I could easily get rid of some of that stuff if I actually actively try to. Also, in line with that, I am doing a week of vegan eating starting on Monday. Wish me luck. I actually eat kind of nearly vegetarian most days. Like every now and then I eat chicken, very rarely, and then fish. Fish will be the hardest thing for me to give up, and cheese, because I love cheese so much. But that is going to be happening, so I'm going to be documenting my experience with that, and I'll be uploading a video of that. And also I'm doing a 30-day tone up weight loss kind of like health challenge, and that's also going to be going up on the channel. I started out, I'm on like day 8 already. It's been going really well so far, but I don't want to get too distracted because this is going to be the longest video of all time. Okay, number 7 is really random, and it's a very short and small goal, but it is to learn how to do a shoulder stand. I've been doing yoga and stretching for, I would say, 15 years. I've been doing it since I was really young. So my mom was a stretch teacher and we're both super supple. I have like hyper flexibility, so I've always enjoyed like stretching out, and I feel like my body, it craves it because I am so supple, and also because, listen, I'm getting the cracks. Like, your girl's got the quarter life crisis, and certain parts of my body are like, I don't work the same as they used to anymore. But that is something that I really want to do, because I do yoga all the time, and I feel like it's just a matter of strength and technique. Somebody else who's going to do it might be like, that's not all that it takes. I can feel that Mike's just put the heating on, and listen, with the lights and this like cowl neck jumper, I feel like I'm gonna heat up. What else have I got? Oh, this is one that's carried over from last year, and that is to save more and spend less. Every single year I feel like I have this goal, but this is gonna be the year. We've both got our saving / budgeting apps. I've got another app that I'm using called Money Box. If you guys don't know about it, what it basically does is it rounds up. If you make a purchase and it's like £9 and 10 pence, then it will round it up and put that into savings. So like 90p will go into your savings. You can kind of set it differently to how you want to, but it essentially saves small bits of money in the background for you. It's a really cool idea, so hopefully that'll also help. I just feel like if you look around my room, if I can zoom you guys around, there's a lot of clutter, and I have a lot of things, and I feel like I deserve certain things because I've worked really hard for them, so I don't feel bad about that. But I do think there's other things that I would like to bring into my life, like more, like travel is like right up there on the list. I am Italian, so let's so call it. I'm half Italian, and I've never been to Italy. Mike is half Irish, and he's never been to Ireland. We've traveled around to a lot of other places, but we're like, yo, why? And we want to have like a good experience when we go to places, like stay for a little while, do a lot of nice things. So I want to save more money for things like that, and for more like personal care. It's like a couple of things that I've been wanting to get done, like getting my hair done, getting Olaplex. Like I've got like a vein on my leg that I'm really conscious about that I want to get removed, and like all these little things build up and cost a lot of money. When I buy things, I don't want to feel like it set me back, or like there was such a massive cost. I want to feel like I'm in a position to confidently do that, and I believe that that is somewhere that I will be. So I'm going to manifest that and put that out into the world. Another one of my goals is to have a less cluttered lifestyle, give more things away, and just to be cleaner. I have kind of started doing this a little bit more. I've been sharing some of this with you guys and trying to, I guess, change my life, like doing little things around the house and at the same time sharing my experience with you. I've just done a big order of Zaflora. I bought like 6 bottles of Zaflora on Amazon so I can like cleanse my whole life with winter spice, and I'm really looking forward to that, doing like a deep clean. And I've got a really bad habit of just keeping shit that I don't need, not intentionally. Like I'll have like little files and I'll have some important things. Like I love to collect memories, and I'll think it's a box of memories, and I go through it and there's like 10 receipts, like an old ribbon, like crap like that. So I really want to get rid of things there and then that I don't need and just give them to other people that could need them, throw them away or sell them on Depop. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate. If your environment is all cluttered, often your headspace is also cluttered. Like, you can't think clearly if everything's a mess. And also I think I would take better content and photos if I was more confident about how everything was looking, and I just want it to be spruced. I've got a couple of like more basic goals that I'm not going to go too in depth into, just because, wow, my gosh, I have been rambling quite a lot throughout this video. One of them is to make more time for my family as well as my friends. I'm sure that you guys can all vouch for the fact that sometimes we don't do this enough. It's easy to take people for granted and not to just tell them like every day how much they mean to you, or you think it in your mind, you're not really telling them. And if you have your family and whoever is in your life, you should be grateful for, and just let them know how much they mean to you. They don't always know that, and I'm really bad with my phone sometimes. Like, I won't reply to WhatsApp for like a week or 2 weeks, and then I just like put it off or forget or don't open a message. And I want to be a little bit more proactive with that and reaching out to people that I care about, because in the long run, like, relationships are one of like the most important thing in your entire life. Are you leaving me? Bye. No. Petunia, baby, I love you, don't leave me. She hates me. You wanna go? Okay, I'm gonna let the kitty out. Okay, where was I? Sorry, I just had to let her out. She wanted to go probably eat more food, which I'll probably do the same thing after this. So just to spend more time with family and friends, Mike and I are hoping to spend a Christmas at home potentially this year. We haven't had Christmas at home in 3 years, so that's a really long time. We're lucky that I've got family here that we always spend Christmas with, which we absolutely love, but it would be nice to have one Christmas in the sun with our parents. Another one of my goals is to do Italian lessons. I know some basic Italian, like some basic phrases, and I can understand it a lot more than I can speak it, because on my dad's side of the family, pretty much everyone is fluent in Italian. My dad and my mom are fluent, although my dad is only Italian. They can both speak it. They didn't teach me when I was younger. I know, I feel the same way as you. Please ask them in the comments. Why did they not teach me more? It's very frustrating. I'm always like, all you had to do was talk to me. Hello. Anyway, but that is one of my goals, because I just really feel like I'm very flamboyant myself. I feel I'm very in touch with my Italian roots. Like, even look at my hands going now, I'm very expressive. People tell me I look very Italian, and I love the language. So we are gonna try to up our skill set. I learned a couple of things like by myself, like I watched little videos, but I really want to go to classes, and that's the thing I've been wanting to do for quite a few years, and I just haven't made the time for it and found somewhere I really want to go to. And so that is going to be happening. Watch this space. I'm going to be freaking speaking Italian on this channel, and you guys are going to be very proud of me. And this is the last one, is I really want to collaborate with another influencer. So I've met quite a few people online, but I get to know people easily, and I'll make friends easily, but I don't make close friends that I trust that easily. I often think in my mind, I'm like, oh, they don't like me as much as I like them, or they think X of me, or I don't know. I put myself down a lot, so I really want to be a little bit more confident and really like outreach more and speak to a lot more people in the community. And I want to do a collaboration on my channel with another influencer. That's something that I really want to do, whether that be about like makeup or just chatting and stuff like that, but definitely networking more within the community. Those are some of my main goals. I have this little book that I use. This is just a journal that I literally got from Primark. I bought it last year, but it's huge, and it doesn't have like set dates in, which I really like. You can fill in your own dates. I'll show you what a page looks like. So it's got like the day and month, it's got the objectives of the day, it's got some notes, it's got a little to-do list, it's got times on the side, and then at the bottom it's got like projects. And I really like the fact that I can use this whenever I want. Like, it's not set to pages. Often with a diary, I'm like, okay, it's been blank for like 5 days, and I feel bad about myself. But I absolutely love this. So under the objective of the day, I always like to write like something that I want to feel, or just like an outlook that I want to have on the day. So for example, today's one was to appreciate. So I woke up and I've been writing a list of everything that I appreciate, and I'm trying to add something new to the list every single morning that I wake up. What else do I have? I have like new beginnings, start strong. Wow, I've got appreciate a few times in here. Get back on track. It just depends where you are like in your life and what you're feeling on that day. But I write down a lot of my to-dos of the day and like some of my goals or tasks that I have to do. So I write like little brand tasks in here. I really feel like this has helped me a lot. I don't really use a diary that much per se. I have a diary at work which I keep separately, and then I use this for like goals, tasks, to-dos, and then when I have like events and stuff coming up, then I use my calendar, which is on Le Fridge. It's a little French bulldog calendar. It's really, really cute. It doesn't match the apartment, but it's fine. Anything for the dog family, really. So I do use this bad boy. So I think that that's pretty much everything. I'm sorry if that wasn't like as structured as you might have been. What is this all about? Sorry if that wasn't as structured as you guys might have been hoping for, but I just wanted to get across to you some of my goals and my outlooks of the year. And I really think that your headspace is the most important thing. So going into 2019, I hope that a lot of you guys can just believe in yourself, think of things that you want to attract into your life and manifest, visualize those things, put them down on a dream board. I'm busy working on my dream board at the moment. Yo, I completely forgot to mention that. Hello, backtrack. I have a dream board. I've got like a whole load of like words and images and things that are in line with some of my goals that I want to achieve, and I'm going to put those all on there. I'll share that on my Instagram or something for you guys. You can follow me over there if you want to and check it out. But I feel like visualizing things really helps you to see yourself having those things and achieving certain things, and really associating feelings that you would have with having those certain things. That's kind of more in line with the law of attraction and stuff like that, which I could talk to you guys a little bit more about. But I just really hope that all of you have the most amazing 2019. Thank you so much for the support last year. I can't wait to see what this year brings for us, and I hope that we all attract positivity and amazing experiences into this year. Is this the first video of the year? Oh my god, this is the first video of the year. Hello angels, welcome to the first video of the freaking year. This is probably going to be video 1 of 2 this weekend, so I will see you in the next one. I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.